Hi, friends. This is the face of someone who just recovered from um some illness. I mean, I know that I mentioned my health on here, but I actually I went for testing. I got injured, which I think I did mention when I immediately came back from it. But it's taken about, I don't know, I guess like 3 weeks to recover, and I'm finally good. I will also say I went for Reiki, because it was not changing, and there was like basically a metaphysical component to why I was really not feeling well. So I will be. I just totally messed up my hair. Um, I will be keeping a closer eye on that kind of thing. I just wanted to check in because, like, basically, I have, um, at the beginning, I was doing like a video every 2 to 3 days, and I do have to pull back in order to deal with some things here. Um, Getting a few things organized so that I can continue um, making content. I know I've said that I don't have, I got some equipment and haven't gotten like my filming area to a place where I want it to be. So that hasn't happened yet, and I have specific videos planned for once that's all set up. But in any case, so I was like, well, if I was going to do one video and just make one point, this would be it. Honestly, what I teach about spirit guides comes from like 30 years of talking to them with some gaps. So not 30 years every single day, but I would say for the last 13 years, every at least every other day. I don't have a wonderful sense of time, so there are like 24-hour gaps where I'm like, I haven't heard from. But the number one thing that I would say that got me personally through to my guide team was realizing a few things. One thing I realized, whether it's that you believe in spirit guides or you believe in guardian angels, those beings are with you. Well, I personally believe that at least some of my the beings that are with me now have been with me for eternity. So they have watched everything. And so, yes, it's sort of like that's their thing they do, but, it's my experience, they do have emotions about those things. So that was my way in. I wanted to make that point today, but I also know that we're all different and we all have our own individual ways in to find the best way to communicate with our spirit guides. But it is possible. Um, I, you know, I started like talking to and listening when I was like 3 years old, so I have a lot of experience talking to them and listening, and it really is about practice eventually. Finding your way in that works for you, and then practicing. And it's not required. This is not required of everyone, but it has been a huge benefit for me in my life. It's been a big part of my path. And so I do teach about spirit guides because I do know they have feelings. I do know that they have to watch everything that we go through. Those like frustrated guardian angel memes and stuff like that. Like they are not mad at us, but I mean they do have to watch everything, and so it's just something that I keep in mind. It keeps I always told them I wanted a very reciprocal relationship with them. Like, it's hard for me to accept help. So I was like, if you're going to be helping me, like, I want a relationship that feels like it goes both ways, reciprocal, has reciprocity. And after I had that with my team, I knew how to look for that with a very small circle of friends. Reciprocity, I find, is actually more rare than I would like, but that's a whole other thing. So anyway, these are just things that I keep in mind, and it keeps me kind of on my toes, to like keep refining and working on the relationship that I have with them. And also another thing is, like, you may be like, but how do I know if it's really my spirit guide? So I was saying to a friend the other day that the way that you know is that your own thoughts are not going to surprise you half as much as they will surprise you. If they can surprise you with things they do that you would never have done, that's how you know that it's your spirit guide or an angel. I have done another video on like darker entities and how to, well, not even how to avoid them, but that you wouldn't really encounter them half as much as it's like somebody's fear that they would encounter them. So anyway, I hope this is helpful, and I'm recording this now, and if it comes out okay, then I'll set it up to upload soon. Okay, thanks. And I won't be able to be making content like every 2 or 3 days like I was, but I'm still here and still making content, still teaching, still learning tarot and teaching along that process for making that more accessible to me. Those are all things still going on this channel. So I hope you enjoy.